So I went and I picked up some 550 paracord for my survival kit, and here's just a little piece of it to kind of give you an idea of what you get. And it's nylon, and it's very strong, and it has these seven strands that are in here. And if you don't burn the ends and melt the ends, you could pull these strands out individually, and you could use, if you have a nice long length of this cord, keep it long, you could use this as a fishing line if you had to. You could also see that this is also braided, so I mean you can break this down even smaller and finer, to sew with and things like that. You could floss your teeth with it. My sister-in-law, who's a dental hygienist, would be happy to hear that I'm out in the woods flossing my teeth with 550 paracord, which isn't exactly ADA approved or certified, but I think it's better than nothing.
Survival dental floss from paracord. No, I'm not going to floss my teeth in front of you. That's gross. But I did try it. Works good. And my dental hygienist sister-in-law, Lena, would be proud.
Anyhow, back to the cord. So, I mean, as far as sewing stuff, I mean, even this outer shell here, you can work these fibers, so you can work all the fibers loose. And I mean, you got little black fibers, strands you can sew with. And I mean, these little strands, they're very strong, little strands to have on you. And there's a ton of different uses for paracord. But I mean, even a little strand like this, if you're trying to save on your cordage, just for a simple task of just tying some tree branches together just to hold something, part of a shelter together. You can save on your cordage actually by breaking it down and just using little pieces like this, because I mean these are fairly strong. Just the outer parts too. So, all right, another nice little test I wanted to do here. Actually, it was my wife's idea. I did the 7 strands. I pulled one of the strands out, and I have it attached this 10-pound weight, and I have a 22-pound weight over here. I don't know how many pounds this is going to take, but about 3 feet of cord roughly here, and I'm going to try and just lift this 10-pound weight up with it and see what happens. See what kind of strength we have on here, if it'll take 10 pounds. Okay, it took 10 pounds. So let's try the other one. Alright, I'm not too sure about this one, but here goes. Pull it nice and easy on it. I can feel it like it wants to break, so. Yep, there it goes. I happen to have a 14.3 pound weight here, so I just have to try it out and see what happens. Hey, it's lifting. Now, let's see how, I mean, I wouldn't. Wow, that's taking it on pretty good. It broke there, but that was pretty good. 14.3 pounds. Yeah, I think I feel sort of saying that's definitely 10-pound test at least. So. Good to know. Okay, so here it is in action. I got my 550 paracord, remember 550 pounds. So we want to test out, if it's going to hold my weight with the typical gear I would take on me backpacking. I'm not going to tell you what the weight is in my pack. I don't want people telling me things like, it's way too much weight, you need to... No, it's not happening. I could be underweight for all I know. Wouldn't that be something? Anyhow. I have up here, this is a loop that will not slip. The knot is called a bowline, and
basically it's just a great knot. It'll work even in fishing line for the most part. You could put a loop in fishing line, and you pull on it, and it's not going to slip or cinch up on you. This knot here that's underneath it is a type of butterfly. I got a couple of butterfly knots. I got a couple of them in here. These particular ones, this style, I believe it's called the alpine butterfly, and that's just another just good way of putting a big nice loop in there in your line that won't slip on you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to truss this contraption that I've made in my garage, and hopefully I don't get injured. Here we go. I'm going to use this for a second just to get my other foot. That way I'm totally committed. This thing breaks, it's going to hurt like heck. Whoa! Alright. That's a good way to break your neck. If this were to snap, I would have just snapped my neck right there. Or if I let go of it. Just the thought, maybe you want to get off that. But it did the job. And the weight of the pack wanted to throw me backwards. But it did the job. So do not try this at home. Do it at someone else's home. Alright, that's all I've got. That's all I've got. And remember, you could be safe too. In all seriousness, the rope that I put all my weight on, those knots that I tied, they got crazy tight. I had to, later on, it took me like a half hour just using a nail trying to loosen them up. So if you can go and research and find out better knots, do it. But yeah, just want to let you know that, because I don't want that to happen to somebody later on and be like, oh, that guy, that jerk, why didn't he tell me? Well, now you know. Take it easy.